Fartmouth Podcast, WATP.
Hosted by Tyler and Jake. Its description is the most raunchy, stupid, and offensive comedy podcast on the internet. And I have to ask, is it Fartmouth or Fartmouth? Because it's like Dartmouth.
Well, I was trying to research
Fartmouth
it.
University.
Yeah, nothing really came up for their show right away. It was all Dartmouth.
Yeah.
Did you mean Dartmouth?
Yeah, Google's like, you definitely don't mean Fartmouth. No one's ever searched that
It took some
before.
convincing.
Sadly, I did.
All right, well, let's see how the show starts off. It's a little obnoxious.
Is that the most annoying thing I've ever done?
Nah, probably not.
So immediately I'm getting the come town, we don't really care vibes. I don't know if that's an influence or not, but come town, as great a show as that is, has really egged on some bad podcasters to make a lot of bad podcasting.
You don't know if it was an influence?
You think it is? You think it's obvious?
Yeah.
Sounds exactly like Come Town.
Yeah.
Well, except for the funny guys.
Except without the
Minus the
laughs.
funny guys. Although, right out of the gate, the most recent episode, there's a joke. And you won't miss it. They make sure you realize it's a joke.
Do you want to?
Yesterday.
Do you want to announce it?
Yesterday,
Oh, okay.
Israel began their ground invasion
Oh, finally they did.
into the West Bank, proving that there's not a single bank in the world the Jews can't get into.
Oh,
Will you do that for me on the creep off from now on? If I tell a joke, just go, oh, so everyone knows when to laugh and how hard to laugh for.
Absolutely not.
Okay. I
Fuck
thought it was a
you.
good technique.
Fuck them. It's stupid. Carl, I'm sorry to interrupt the flow on this because we're talking about the start of their shows and how inane it is.
You are the flow of this, buddy. Go for it.
All right. So listen, my first clip was the very first joke of the show I listened to, which was by, I'm sorry, I want to make sure I give you the proper
let's make
title.
sure people can go back and research it themselves afterwards.
It's episode 191, Israeli Dick Fluid is the
Okay.
name of the episode that I chose to listen to for some reason. And you played...
Fluid isn't actually in the dick. Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Well, yeah, it's the
vessel.
It comes forth. It's the vessel.
Yeah.
Correct. So the Israeli Dick Fluid episode opens up with a joke, and you played it in the teaser last week. Let's remind everybody.
Yes, okay.
Welcome, everyone, to Fartmouth Podcast, a show whose hosts believe that rape is a crime and who, on a completely unrelated note, have no respect for the law.
nice.
Now, Carl,
Yes.
they beat that joke into the ground. Listen to them 34 seconds later. I timed this 34 seconds later.
What do you think about rape, Jake?
I mean, I like that it's illegal, but I also don't respect the law.
Why? Why do they do that again?
I don't know, Carl. All I knew is that the second time I heard that joke in under a minute is when I realized I was in for a tough listen.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough go. That reminds me, real quick, getting off topic, and then we'll get right back on. Jen and I went and saw Tim Dillon last night,
Okay.
and Tim Dillon came out and did probably the first 5 to 10 minutes just on Rochester,
Yeah.
and repeated the same joke twice. He goes, I thought I was in Gaza when I got here. And he said that, like, again, just in a different way, and he got a laugh both times.
He did.
Yeah.
He's got good delivery, though.
He does have a good delivery.
Well,
It's just like, you
listen,
did that joke.
It's forgivable from professionals.
Yeah.
From amateurs, it's like, okay, I heard you.
Well, Tim Dillon, by the way, we have to talk about this. We don't have to do it right now. But there was almost one of those epic moments where a heckler yelled out at him that he was ignorant. He was an ignorant prick.
Yes.
And the whole crowd starts going nuts. And some people are on her side. Notice I said her. And other people are booing. And Tim's like, well, let's let her talk. Let's figure out what's going on. We'll talk about that later.
Jen, why would you do that?
Jenny Jiggles, what did you pick up on from this episode?
These are some really racist people.
Yeah, well, that's the shocking part of this. It's so offensive. Watch out.
There's... So my clip number 2.
Yeah.
They start talking about BTK. So they like serial killers. I can get down with that. Then they go from BTK to Gallagher to racism.
Okay, let's Get on that journey then.
All things
I wanted to know
suck.
what cum inside of a dead pussy looked like versus a live pussy, so I could tell if he raped her before she died or not.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if I smacked the stomach with a mallet, if it'll gush out or not.
Oh shit.
Like a weird fucking Gallagher show.
We've had 50 men come into this dead woman over here, and
Oh man.
give her a real good smack.
Did you know that black people love going to Gallagher shows? Not for the comedy, just to catch the watermelon in their mouth.
Nah, I don't need that parka, boy.
I can see that one coming. I have to be honest with you.
I didn't see them doing the voice at the end coming, but yeah.
Well, if you liked that, wait until you hear the Michael Irvin impression that one of these guys comes out with. The episode I checked out, the most recent one, that was about Randy Moss for some reason.
Dallas Star receiver Michael Irvin even called to apologize to Moss because Irvin's own off-field problems were a main reason Moss was not drafted. That's hilarious.
Listen,
Yeah.
Listen, I'm so sorry. You know, I was at the club, fucking some bitches, stepped on my shoes.
He does these impersonations. I swear, you would think it was the real people.
Pretty good stuff, huh?
Yeah, well, then my clip 3 is just a little more of that.
Shit, I paid
Goddamn,
$5. I'm getting $20 worth of watermelon on this show.
You got grits?
Don't you be smashing no buckets of chicken now, boy.
I knew chicken was next. I
don't
knew
want no
it.
bone shards in my breast.
Oh, hell no, but and don't be telling me you eating that that boneless meat. Oh, that ain't real. I almost said it.
You can just look at. You can just hand me that fucking fried chicken. Ah, goddamn! I couldn't think of a single piece of chicken's name. I had plenty of time and I couldn't come up with it.
Wouldn't
dude.
have mattered if you did.
No.
Would not have made it funny.
Yeah,
So-
I'm mostly offended by how hack that was.
Yeah, right.
So I just want to make sure that wasn't Michael Irving.
Correct. I know.
Okay.
No, I had to go back and listen again myself and slow
Because
down the
it
tape.
literally sounds like the CBS morning show. It's about as inane. That's awful. There's no jokes. This is the lowest hanging fruit, is all these guys are about.
Correct.
And it's like the episode that I listened to. I don't want to go into a long thing here, but I would have to if I did right now. So I'm going to anyway, Carl.
All
Because
right.
I think you're going
You don't
to
want
enjoy
to,
this.
you have to. It's
I
your
have
duty.
to, because it's all I've got
Let's do
today.
it.
Okay. The episode I listened to, I was really appalled at that joke twice. But what I liked about the show is that they went into a bit and they actually had prepared material and a whole fucking bit
Wow.
ready to go. And I was shocked that they put this effort in.
Oh.
But then you will not be shocked at the level of the material.
Oh.
Okay. So the bit that they do, episode 3, listen to this great intro that they have planned for it.
We're doing it. Just a second.
It's time. Clam slam poetry. That sounded so cool. That sounded cool as shit.
All right. Yeah.
Slam poetry, huh?
Carl, I didn't know what it was at first because I couldn't understand what that jingle was. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, we're going into a bit. What the fuck is this bit? Then they explained it.
Oh, good.
Clam slam poetry. We both write poems. They're fucked up.
Yeah. Which one first, though?
Your suggestion,
Yes.
I think, should go first
Okay. Yeah.
based on the level
Yeah.
of poem I have.
Oh. Okay.
The second topic,
Yeah. Mine gets. Yeah.
Words are hard.
you go first.
Same.
I imagine this is
Yeah,
what.
that's fine. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
I'll go first both times. Yeah. All right. So I asked Tyler and I guess myself too to write, even though I didn't actually ask myself. But my topic was Israel-Palestine.
Shocking.
Ever heard of it?
Topical topic. Yes.
Get to the work and overtime part. Jesus Christ. This fucking intro.
When do we get to the clam?
I imagine this is what going to like a Robert Frost poetry reading was like.
Sure.
Okay, Carl.
I want to point out Jody B in the Discord. I was going to bring this up, but he's in there chatting about this. So he's not the one who recommended the show to me. But I saw on their website they had a Discord server. So I'm like, what's going on in their Discord server? Let's check that out. And who do I see all over in that place is Jody B. So he's a big fan of the show.
Is he really?
Oh, yeah. He's right in there writing about the Clam Slam poetry. He's raising his hand. He's into it. He's
Okay.
into it. So he's got some explaining to do after we play these clips.
I'm going to play you the first poem about the Israeli-Palestine conflict.
Okay, I'm excited.
All
Is this
right.
going to be hilarious?
You tell me, Carl.
All
Jody
right.
B might like it.
All right, Jody B, tell me what's funny about this.
After the drone strike smoke settles and the coffers paid off, what will anyone have learned from another rocket trade-off? There's dead kids on both sides, but I'm not complaining. It's less competition for Jesus, is all that I'm saying. Pro-lifers want fetuses born if they're Virginian, but babies can be missile fodder if they're Palestinian. And an easy rhyme there. I'm well aware, but that shoe fell harder than a push down the stairs.
Damn.
Bombs flying like shoes at a head like George Bush's.
2 shoe references.
All to save the asses of those who say tookus.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's a Jew fucking reference.
Jews.
Oh, that's the end?
Yeah, sorry.
That was dope.
Yeah.
I like that. Yes, queen.
That was terrible.
That was so
You don't
bad.
say.
Yeah.
But do you think the other guy could have done better?
I would hope so.
Well, let's find out.
All right.
The Jews and Arabs got beef older than Moses. Kosher or haram, they both be smelling atrocious.
Oh, shit.
fighting over land like some dumb fuck savages. Shit makes me want to. So fucked. I'm sorry. This poem is some of the most fucked up shit I've ever written.
This is episode 190 something, you
Yeah,
said?
191.
They've done 190 episodes before this.
Yeah. Well, they outdo themselves
Wow.
every
Yeah.
fucking time.
Oh, he's not done with his poem yet, Carl. Let the man finish his poem.
Oh, I noticed he wasn't done. I was hoping you were done playing it for me, but I guess not.
Oh, would you like me to stop playing it for you? Because I
All
will.
right, let me start.
Yeah, reread
Stanza.
that line. Yeah.
Fighting over land like some dumb fuck savages. Shit makes me want to mail tons of anthrax packages.
That's what he
Israel
stumbled on?
bombs.
That's what he fucking stumbled on? Anthrax packages?
Yup.
Oh, this gets crazy right here, guys, does it? Okay.
Israel bombs dropped from the sky like fire raining. Blew up a hospital as if the docs had training.
Oh.
But wait, what's this? It was a rocket from Hamas? Surprised you can't make fuel out of goats and applesauce.
What?
Dumb question. Are they known for their orchards over there?
No.
Are there a lot of
I don't think
apples?
I didn't think so.
Washington State, New York State, both a lot of apples, but I didn't know about Gaza. Okay, well, we're not.
Not a lot rhymes with Hamas. After it's all said and done and the dust settles, when the animals are done throwing their pebbles,
Oh.
it really won't matter which side keeps the land. They're all just camel jockeys fighting over sand.
Oh, nice, bro.
Sam Kinison joke at the end there. Although Sam Kinison's joke was way funnier.
Correct. It is a Sam Kinison joke. Thank you for knowing that.
Yes.
I could only listen to this for so long, and I'll tell you where I tuned out.
I do like torturing you every now and again, Vinny.
This one, listen, you couldn't torture me with this because I didn't listen to it long enough for you to torture me. I listened to the first 20 minutes of this episode and said, holy shit,
Well,
that's all I need.
Did you get to the Bomb Iran song? Because Jody B is hoping that you clipped that.
I did not clip the Bomb Iran
Sorry,
song.
Jody B. We didn't get the Bomb Iran song.
I will tell you this, though, and I'm going to save you guys a little bit of trouble here. They do a round 2 of this, okay? They
round 2 of this amazing poetry?
Of this amazing poetry, but they changed the topic.
Oh, good. Okay.
So they picked one of them picked Iran, Palestine.
Sure.
The next one was making love to a political figure.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing, though, Carl.
AOC going to get brought up in this?
No.
Oh.
Not even a little bit. Now,
I was going to start doing my horn dogs.
you need to listen to this guy talk up his poem.
Okay.
So hit number 9, Carl. Just number 9.
Will do.
Like, we both hit this with immortal technique.
Yeah.
I've got a reference in this that I'm going to have to explain at the end that is going to blow your fucking mind, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, there is zero fucking chance anybody listening to this is going to get this reference, and then when I explain it, you're going to go, holy fucking shit.
Okay.
That is like the most goddamn detonative ass bullshit that ever fucking bombed my fucking simple mind.
Explosive.
That's right.
Okay. He's still calling a shot a minute later.
Okay.
I spent half an hour writing this poem. I spent half an hour analyzing every fucking word of this poem. I was so passionate. I was like, this is going to be the greatest 85 seconds of content I've ever created in my life.
Okay, guys, you're all excited for this now.
Yeah.
I could see it from Chris's face, and Jed fell asleep a little bit. So I can tell everyone's really excited to find out what this poem is, that he spent 30 whole fucking minutes to make a masterpiece
Well,
of.
also, I love the fact that there's a reference that none of us will get.
But it's
that's
so
exciting.
brilliant.
That's exciting. I can't wait for
When
that.
are they gonna get to the fireworks factory?
I was listening to your new album today. by the way.
Available on the Isotopes Bandcamp. I was actually going to promote that.
Yeah, I was listening to it today.
Show. Check out the Fireworks Factory by the Isotopes.
It's out there, and it's fantastic, everybody. Go get it.
We've got a lot of sales already. It's very exciting. So check it out.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is the poem that he is telling us is the greatest poem he's ever written,
All
the
right.
greatest piece of content he's ever made.
Is everyone ready for this?
Long last.
All right, let's get into it. Here we go.
His throbbing veiny hebecock grasped betwixt mine fingers, while he levels another street block. The smell of phosphorus lingers.
Nice.
In synchronized time, he thrusts. My wanting asshole accepts it. And blinks of eyes blind now dust. No fucking life signs detected.
God damn.
Fill my insides to the brim with IDF forces. Sing the women a hymn during forced Arab abortions.
Damn, bro.
Benny Boy's got plans out the motherfucking wazoo. Bronzed balls put the tan in net tan Yahoo.
Fuck, bro.
As my goop hits the floor, post-nut clarity hits me.
Goop.
As my goop hits the floor, post-nut clarity hits me. Genocidal dog of war, Jew tyrant turned Nazi. Back pocket NATO bitch, something has to be done. My trigger finger itched, so I reached for his gun. Brain splatter on the bedsheet unseats his iron dome.
Ooh. Good one, bro. Good one.
Half an hour. Brain splatter on the bedsheet unseats his iron dome. Ironic mix of my skeet. Drop 3 loads and a shalom.
Oh my God.
What the fuck, dude? I didn't write that.
God wrote that.
Christ's hands entered my brain.
What's crazy is that his co-host actually gives it to him. He's like, that was actually incredible.
This is what Tom Myers thinks the people behind him are doing.
Correct. But this guy missed a perfect opportunity to make this guy feel like an idiot. Which I would have done to you or you or you. Like, if you called your shot that much, I would have given you nothing, no matter what came out
At
after
length.
that. Right. It's nothing at length.
Does anybody want to take a guess as to what this amazing reference was in there that will blow your minds?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that part.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to figure out what that was, too.
I mean, he wrote a poem about fucking Benjamin Netanyahu and then killing him.
Sure.
There's not a lot of
was it
genius
the
behind
Iron
it.
Dome reference?
Carl,
I hope not.
my final clip, and I will not bore you anymore with these people, because right after I heard this is where I turned the podcast off. Here is the answer.
The reference I got to explain? Fill my insides to the brim with IDF forces. IDF stands for Israeli dick fluid.
And that is where I tapped out.
God, dude.
That's a fucking connection, dude. fill my insides to the brim with Israeli dick fluid forces.
I bet it'll be even funnier the third time.
Wow, that was hilarious.
Wow, real good stuff.
I listened to the whole bit, guys, the whole bit, and I was done.
I listened to 3 episodes.
That's insane.
What?
I did. I listened to fuck insurance companies, which every episode, none of them have a theme. They all have a theme, but no theme. So each episode is different.
Okay.
So fuck insurance companies was so boring. It was just, I think, Tyler talking about a car accident he got into. Again, really racist, though, because it was a Mexican woman.
The
there.
episode I listened to about Randy Moss, also boring and racist.
Really boring and racist.
Yep.
Then the other one I listened to that wasn't the one I pulled clips from was Billy Dry Piss Crystals. And it was a Would You Rather themed show.
Hold on a second. Did you hear what she just said? The other one she listened to, she didn't even pull clips. She just listened to it. So she'd have some knowledge for the show. This fucking asshole comes out. I listened to 20 minutes, got my clips, and called it a day.
Yep. Yep. Correct.
I like
Try
to come
harder.
No.
Back to you, Jen.
No, I will not.
So Billy Dry Piss Crystals was a Would you rather get pegged once a month by a trans person, or would you rather lick a urinal at a very busy airport? Or who cares?
Who cares how busy it is?
You wouldn't think it would matter, but they go into
Where is this urinal located?
They go into really great detail about it. It's just, and then that is where I tapped out. I didn't listen to the rest of that episode.
It's by the food court in the Cincinnati airport.
Okay. All right. By the food court.
Right by the Skyline chili stand.
Let me call Annie and see if she's up for it.
Oof. Yeah. So the one I did pull clips from, Animal Cum is too watery. I don't know why I picked that one or what I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
It was disgusting.
What?
It was
Animal Cum is too watery was disgusting?
So number 5.
Shocking.
Speaking of dogs, and going back to your dog rape thing.
Yeah.
About BTK.
Oh, yeah.
Have you guys ever noticed that, like, animal jizz is, like, really watery?
Tyler, I'll be 100% honest with you. I don't think I've ever came across animal cum. Ever in my life.
Also, the only time I saw animal cum was on Jackass 2.
That's the kind of thing I'm talking
And
about.
Chris
though.
Pontius drank the horse cum.
Right.
And it looked like it was pretty watery in there.
It was a lot more like our cum as men.
Right.
Is very thick.
It's viscous.
Very viscous.
Yeah.
It's like motor oil.
Right.
But animal cum is very watery.
Okay.
That was just part of their show.
Okay. Well, I learned something.
And that's what it was titled after.
Well, would you get a bit that good?
That's
You're going to want to name the episode that.
Technically, what we just heard was the title track.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
That was the title track of the podcast.
Guys, it didn't get any better than that part of the show. Let's call it that. Yes, we all agree. Let's
Sure,
do
you don't
that.
want to call it viscous man cum?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
No, we'll just go animal
Pretty
cum
sure.
is watery. That'll work, guys.
It was gross all the way through. They talked a lot of pornography.
Okay. Gross.
I mean, you can give 7 a try. Why
All right.
not?
While that is fascinating, it's bonerific. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of pornographic scenarios where I'll just like straight up get a boner without touching my dick at all.
Yeah, obviously not. Yeah.
But
Fun stuff.
Desensitized.
the felching subreddit definitely tickles that itch, at least to a good degree.
Oh.
But here's my problem with it. I definitely prefer the facial aspect of it to the cum and mouth aspect of it.
Oh, you're a connoisseur of felching, I see. Okay.
I like how they're trying to have this clinical conversation about it. They
I like
really
how
are.
there's a subreddit. You host a show called Subreddit Surfing. Have you guys done felching yet?
Well, we're planning on doing that for the live show.
Okay,
March 9th.
good.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be the Felching subreddit because we want to have a lot of visuals and we don't want YouTube to get.
That'll be fun. This is the part of the show where we explain to my mother-in-law what felching means. Jen, do you want to take a stab at this?
Interesting you bring her up because as I was writing my notes, first of all, sorry, Mom. The things I was writing down, I don't think I've ever written the word jizz out more or ever than I did today.
Well, I would hope not.
It was
Dear Diary.
all over
Or
her folders
felching.
at school.
Or
Dear Diary, there was jizz everywhere today.
Jizz, 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 jizz.
And then my number 6 is just more gross.
Yeah, I mean, like the chick I fucked the most times in high school was like 87 pounds when we were sophomores in high school. Like she was super fucking anorexic and shit.
Yeah. Spinner.
Not even.
Or a lazy Susan, as we called them on an old episode of Fartmouth I re-listened to recently.
Really?
It was very good. Very good. I'll go ahead and toot my own horn a little bit. Beep, beep. I said, or lazy Susans.
I like that.
I said that.
That's great.
You spin that bitch around on a pole.
Holy shit. This guy went back, listened to an old episode, and then repeated the joke that he had that he thought was funny from an old episode. I've never heard something more pathetic than that.
Toot toot.
How about we take that a little step further? He went back and listened to old episodes and is still making new ones. How about that?
He didn't learn anything.
I wonder where this is going. Let's record again tomorrow. All right.
Unbelievable.
So they start talking about Antonio Brown. As I mentioned, this episode I listened to is about Randy Moss for no reason. And Antonio Brown has done a lot of crazy shit. And he's still doing crazy shit. He hasn't stopped. He's not letting up anytime soon. And this is the one thing that they took away from Antonio Brown's crazy life.
I think it was Antonio Brown.
Yeah, Antonio Brown.
That farted in that lady's face.
Yeah. He's done a lot of cool shit, actually.
That is so fucking awesome.
He's very entertaining, actually.
Yeah.
I guess that's on brand. If that's the thing that Fartmouth thought was the most interesting part about Antonio Brown's career. Makes sense. Well, it turns out these guys are pretty bad at geography because this guy didn't realize that Delaware and West Virginia are almost neighbors. They're very close to each other, these two states.
So
pretty useful.
Delaware is not that far from West Virginia, so I'd imagine they're the same thing, right?
Nope.
It's the same DuPont.
They're not. They're pretty far apart.
They're not that far from each other.
Let's look at a map.
They're like. I mean, it's what, 100 miles, maybe.
I think it's way more than that.
I think it's like a hundo.
U.S. I feel like Delaware's in the northeast and West Virginia's in the south.
Yeah, I mean, technically, but they're close. I think they're pretty close to each other.
Technically.
We're gonna find out. We're just gonna give it the old eyeball test.
Yeah.
Some
We're
good
just gonna
yes
zoom in
anding.
on the Google map.
See, I thought Delaware was where New Hampshire and shit is.
Yeah.
I never realized that Delaware is like a fucking archipelago.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's
A fucking
surrounded by water almost.
that is one big ass fucking bridge, dude.
Yeah, dude. And
Holy
it turns.
shit.
It turns a lot.
There's a bridge that goes from. Is that West Virginia?
That's Virginia Beach. but-
Norfolk. Norfolk's in West Virginia. Yeah.
Is it?
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, Clam.
This is one of those moments where you just got to stop talking.
Yeah.
Just stop. Because everything you're saying is dumb. And it makes you look foolish.
And they're looking it up.
And they're looking at
And
it too.
fucking that up.
And the worst part about that is that once they see this bridge, they decide to start researching bridges. For the next 10 minutes of the show, they're reading a webpage that talks about the biggest bridges in the U.S.,
Oh my God.
which is the most boring thing I've ever heard. I couldn't clip any of that nonsense, but
Did they make any Jeff Bridges jokes?
they didn't.
Oh.
Wish you were there.
Do they call any of the bridges racial slurs? I'm just
Yes,
curious.
of course.
Okay.
Well, I do like the fact that it's a very classy show and very professional.
Yeah, it looks like it's a dam and a bridge in a way.
Damn strong bridge.
It must be.
Pretty good stuff.
There were moments of the show when I was listening to it where it was almost like a Bob and Doug McKenzie Come Town mashup.
Oh,
The
interesting.
burping and the drinking
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
stupidity. But the sound of Come Town? Does that make any sense to anybody?
The
Maybe just
vibe
me.
of Come Town, maybe.
The vibe, yeah.
Yeah. Trying to be.
Just a lot of beer drinking and belching, though.
Yeah, like immature assholes in their bedroom when they still live with their parents, and whoa, we're saying naughty stuff at the sleepover tonight. That's kind of what the vibe that I got from this. Cracking each other up with like, did you hear this word?
I don't know what boys talk about at sleepovers, but I bet you it's something like my clip number 8.
That's the move, because that first squirt, you don't know where the fuck it's gonna go.
Yeah.
So because it's gonna be, that first one might be like a fucking 22 would set it off, or it might dribble out like the rest. You never know.
It's like a 50-50 shot that either the first shot is just gonna like seep out or it's gonna fucking shoot to goddamn North Korea.
Yeah, producer Chris and I talk about our cum shots all the time. It's
Right before the pillow fight.
That's cute.
Jenny, how did you
Pretty
label
normal.
that clip? Was it North Korea jizz rocket?
No, number 8, cum shot.
Okay.
all right. Well, since we're talking about their hilarious racial humor, they're talking about the differences between Wisconsin and Michigan. Differences between Wisconsin.
They're two completely different parts of the country.
They're not even close to each other,
We're
right?
talking East Coast, West Coast
Yeah,
here.
technically that's true, but
I know one of the differences. Michigan has a fair amount of black people.
That's true.
Wisconsin
Doesn't have any.
not so much.
There ain't none, dude. There ain't a single fucking spook in the whole state.
They don't.
why was that funny? Wisconsin doesn't have a lot of black people in it. What? I don't understand the joke. Am I missing it?
It's a comedy podcast.
Oh, I guess I must have gone back and read the description. Offensive comedy podcast. Okay, now it makes sense.
Well, they're half right.
It is one of the most
This right here.
offensive podcasts.
The thing about Seinfeld's stand-up is he has these observations that you go, why didn't I think of that? We've all had these observations before.
Do you think the emphasis would still be on cheese if there were a lot of black people
Yeah,
there?
black people don't like cheese.
They're not big cheese heads.
They're not
as it
fans.
turns out.
Have you ever heard a black person talking about cheese?
They got ash on their elbows, not cheese on their heads.
Right.
Yep.
It's not funny, but I get it.
Pretty good stuff, huh? Black people don't like cheese, according to them. But he's at a loss for words. You don't see that very often. He's like, what the fuck am I listening to? All right.
I've just seen people who do shit like this on stage where they
Yes.
think
They
that
think
it's
they're
like,
edgy and
yeah, they expect laughter.
Yep.
And all I'm picturing in my mind is if either one of these guys went up and tried to deliver jokes to a room,
Yeah.
they would not be getting the reaction that they get from each other. The rest of the room
Correct.
would sit there and stare at them silently, like, what the fuck did you just say?
I think they'd go over like Michael Richards. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
is how the show would go down. There'd be a lot of phones getting pulled out of pockets.
Well, they're not racist towards just black people.
Thank God.
So my clip 9 is all about Indian pussy.
Why's your pussy got grill marks on it?
Grill marks.
Oh, they're just painted on.
The fuck? This ain't Golden Corral, bitch. This ain't the Outback Steakhouse. Put that blooming onion away.
This bitch got a Dubai ass pussy.
More like goodbye, bitch.
Oh, more like goodbye.
So Dot Indian, I was going to ask, but
Now I'm offended by you.
now I'm the problem. Okay. Fair enough.
But Dubai isn't in India.
You think that's part of the problem then?
No, this whole thing is confusing and stupid.
Well,
why are there grill marks? Why are they laughing at
You'll
grill
have to
marks?
ask Jenny Jingles about this. I
What?
don't know what the
You
context
can't determine
was.
why. They just were talking about Indian pussy. They said Indian pussy's ashy. Honestly, I've never seen one. I don't know what they look like.
Put your blooming onion away. What the fuck is this? I
don't
don't
know.
even understand the references that they're laughing hysterically
They're
at.
geographically challenged.
Yes, that is
We know
definitely
this.
true.
So they don't know where the pussy is?
They don't know where the pussy is. They don't know where West Virginia is.
Okay, so let me play a whole different side of this show that maybe you guys didn't hear on your episodes. The side where they decide to read sports statistics off of a web page forever.
He was the state champion on track. The West Virginia state champion in the 100 and 200 meters with times of 10.79 and 21.95 seconds. That's crazy.
He's fast.
This was the only year he competed on the school's track team, but he would later join the Marshall track team and lower his 200 meter time to 21.15. Nice.
Damn. You skipped over one part. It said in his senior year of basketball, he averaged 30.2 points,
Yeah.
13.7 rebounds, 5.1 steals.
Oh,
Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck?
I can't imagine if I was on this webpage, I would stop reading it. Why are they still reading it into a microphone for their show? This goes on and on to the point I think they're bored of it.
yeah, college is stupid. It's really dumb.
Yeah, before that, it said that Notre Dame denied his enrollment application.
Right.
But did not stop another high-profile football program, blah, blah, blah.
And that's the way the news goes.
Guys, if you don't care, I'm not going to care. Why are we doing this right now? Where did this all come from? And it gets worse, Vinny, because not only are they reading Randy Moss's stats, but they're trying to calculate things in real time.
Most receiving yards gained by a freshman in a season, which is 1,709 on
God
78
damn.
catches, dude.
What's that average?
A record which still stands.
God damn, what is that average? 1709.
Yeah, on 78 catches. What, 40? No,
22 fucking yards per
22
catch.
yards per catch. And
That's
some of that is
insane.
probably after the catch, you know?
I bet a bunch of
a lot of
those.
it is.
Oh my
What is going
God.
on? How long ago did Randy Moss retire from the NFL? Why are we talking about this?
And of all the things that we're talking about, stats, there's nothing interesting there.
No, it's not a sports show.
Randy Moss tried to run over a female cop with an SUV once. Let's talk about that.
That would
Let's
be
talk
fun.
about something interesting.
That would be interesting. But they're literally telling us that Randy Moss was good at football. I know that. I watched him catch 4 touchdowns in 1/2 against the Bills. I don't want to talk about
That was awesome.
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, at least with animal jizz, we were learning something.
What I do want to talk about is Chad Pennington. I bet you didn't expect that name to come up on the show, did you?
No.
Yeah, okay. He had for the Jets, he had one 3,000 yard, and then for Miami in 2008, he had another pretty decent season, 3,000 yards.
Yeah, he had all of his passer ratings are terrible, though.
Who fucking cares?
So in 2008, you're pretty excited about this. Chad Pennington was the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
Your team.
Yeah, old Spaghetti Arms Pennington.
Oh, well, they're very excited. I bet you're excited to hear more about that year on the Dolphins.
19 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. That's not terrible.
97 passer rating, not bad. 67.4 percentage, that's not that bad. I mean,
I was reading the percentages as his passer rating the whole time.
oh yeah, no, passer rating is not horrific.
Where is that?
He had one that's 104.
Think about it. Would this be interesting to you? Would you listen to this?
What are they doing? They literally got sidetracked and just started talking about Chad Pennington's
Can
stats.
we go back to fucking poetry? Can we go back
Yes,
to listen to some
please.
of the
No wonder people like the Clam Slam poetry section. It's way better than
I
listening
legitimately was like, I don't think this show is funny. I don't think this show is good, but at least they did like a bit. And now
Yeah.
you're sitting here playing me that they're fucking just reading stats.
Oh, do you want to hear combine numbers? This is even worse than stats. At least stats is like something that happened in a game that's impressive. This is just this guy's athletic.
Moss had run 2 40-yard sprints, which timed 4.24 and 4.28.
God damn, bro.
Had a vertical leap of 47 inches. I just want to fucking explain what that means to you people.
That's nuts.
This man stood on the ground, jumped, and went up in the air 4 fucking feet.
That means the bottom, like where his, like there was 47 inches between his foot and the ground.
Yeah.
At his height. That's insane.
He
dude.
jumped 4 fucking feet off the ground.
He's one of the best receivers ever. He made Dante Culpepper look like a serviceable quarterback. Yeah, we get it. Randy Moss was good. Jesus fucking Christ. 30 minutes of this shit.
Yeah.
Well, at least they're
I'm glad
not
I
being
picked the one I did.
racist about him. At least they're just like, yeah, he's pretty good at football.
Well, I couldn't include all the racism in here.
Well, I don't know if this is a good time, but this might be a good palate cleanser for you guys. My number 10. At least this is a little bit interesting, at least.
Oh.
This idea.
A little bit interesting. I'm excited all of a sudden.
I've never watched any Michael Bay directed porn.
That'd be
but
fucking dope,
I
dude.
fucking want to
I
now.
need to
That'd
make
be
that. I
awesome.
need to make that
Yeah,
right
dude.
now.
You just see an explosion off in the corner as he's nutting.
It's whenever
Optimus Prime comes into frame.
Gunshots.
I've never seen any Optimus Prime facial porn.
It's just oil. It's just tranny fluid.
Tranny fluid and some tranny porn. Optimus Prime would definitely fuck a transformer.
He would have to, right?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dog.
Tranny on tranny.
Optimus Prime and Dylan Mulvaney. That's a good porno.
That's a collab.
Yep.
Sponsored by
And Target.
and you got fucking AI kid rocking the corner, crying and jerking off.
I like that Jen thought that was a palate cleanser.
Compared to some of the other stuff.
What,
So
what
anyway-
would you label that one? Transformer jizz? What is that?
Vertical leap is almost 4 feet. And what that means is
You wouldn't want to watch that movie.
No. You know what they say about Optimus Prime? There's more than meets the eye. Huh? Come on, guys. I could be on that show. What do you think?
You could be on that show. It turns out Jody B's been on that show multiple times.
Oh, dearie me.
I love Jody, though.
He's writing This Is Great.
Oh, boy. Well, yeah, speaking of...
That's all good stuff.
What an insane person.
So, I only have one more
Perfect.
worthwhile clip,
Thank you.
and it's number 12.
We raised like $600 for the cat surgery.
Oh,
out of
yeah.
the 500, and they were able to get it like treats and such. So thank you for everyone doing that. That was great. Anthony from Who's Right donated a bunch of money, but only because we talked about it, not because he's a good person. So whatever.
Well, these guys are cool with Who's Right, huh?
I was going to say, how do they know this guy, and what's his affiliation with the show?
Well, I don't know. We got Jody B and Who's Right and these guys.
Just saying.
I guess this is a whole offensive, cringe corner of the internet.
But they're nice to cats,
Stumbled upon too.
so that's better.
Listen, these guys are probably fine. They're yucking it up. They're having a good time between themselves. Doesn't need to be a podcast.
No, it definitely does not. The show made me feel bad. I realized after I pulled my clips that I was in a worse mood than I was before that.
Who are these podcasts? WA